Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing the final update to my Pan Those Eyeshadow series. So obviously I still have the finale to come up at the end of the year, but this is our final update, which is so crazy. I love this series. It's my favourite series that I do on this channel. I've really enjoyed kind of picking out some different eyeshadows to play with. I've had so much fun with it, and I will be starting a new version of this series next year on this channel, so do make sure you stay around to check that out. This is not going anywhere, but I have some really fun stuff to share with you guys. We've got a rollout and we've got a little bit of progress. I think progress is a little bit slower this month. One, because I am filming this a week early because I'm kind of going away for the weekend and I need to be able to edit and I don't have a load of time to film, so I'm pre-filming by about a week. So there is kind of 7 days less progress than there would be. I also got a new palette this month I was playing around with. I'm kind of letting myself play around with what I want to play with rather than like just doing looks with these eyeshadows, which I'm enjoying much more. So there is a little bit less progress in that regard, but we still have a rollout, so we'll be rolling in a new shade, which is always exciting. I've also hit quite a few bonus pans this month. I've really been trying to focus in on panning my cream setting shades, so I will show you the couple that I have panned. Firstly, we have a single. This was just from a Morphe palette, and this is just a cream shade, obviously, that we have hit pan on. That literally took one use. I had a massive dip in there anyway. Then I hit pan on the shade Precious in my Beauty Bay Golden Age palette. I love using Beauty Bay shades as lid setting shades because they are so easy to pan. And then also I did hit pan in the shade Shell, this one just up here from the Sunset Horizons palette from Beauty Bay. So that was another bonus pan this month. I'm currently working on the kind of cream shade in my Wilderness palette. That is the shade Snow, and as you can see there is a dip forming there, so we'll definitely have pan on that one and hopefully another one or maybe two by next month. So those bonus pans have allowed my percentage to increase, which is really exciting. But before I get too caught up with myself, I will just get straight into the shades that we've actually panned, and I'll get into the shades that we were working on. So first one I'm going to show you guys is the shade Sextrovert from my Pat McGrath mini palette. This is the Eye Ecstasy Sublime palette. I had rolled this in last month. I rolled all these shades in last month, I'm pretty sure, because I had a lot of rollouts and I changed the project a bit, so I was only working on 4 shades until the end of the year. So here's what the shade looked like last month, and here's what it is looking like now. It's just this shade down here. So as you can see, we've definitely got some usage marks and kind of a dip starting to form. I used this one 10 times this month, and that brings us up to 10 uses total. Yeah, so when I turn it, you can definitely see there is a dip starting to form. I can see the shade is ridiculously deep. There is absolutely no way I'm going to be hitting pan in this project. I am enjoying having this palette out a little bit more to play with. I've used this shade and this shade both in looks, and I really do enjoy it. I think they're really pretty shades, and I really like having this palette in here because it definitely didn't get enough love before, but 10 uses on that, which is always good, just a little bit more progress. Then we had the shade Summer Song from my Sigma Corda Rosa palette. I'll insert the progress picture here now, and here's what we're looking like now. So you can't really see much difference. I used this one 8 times this month, and that was for 8 uses total. You can definitely see some usage in the pan. It's definitely not looking as brand new as it did when I rolled it in. I was focusing on this one for the first week or so, and then I decided to focus on one of the shades in my A to Z project pan, the shade Empress from my Queen of Hearts palette. That is very similar to this, and I use it in the same way. So I've been focusing a little bit more on that one, so that's why this one has got less progress, but hopefully next month we can get a little bit more use out of it. I've again really enjoyed having this palette in there. I was kind of using it a little bit more before I rolled it in, but I'm really happy to again just be using it again. I love just being able to pull in different palettes and use them whenever I feel like it. So then lastly, for the shades that aren't rolling out, I have my Natasha Nona Metropolis palette. I rolled in the shade Rope last month, and here's what it looked like last month. I'll put it on this side because I'm actually more over this side, and here's what it is looking like now. So I used this one 11 times this month, and that is the shade Rope there. These shades are super pigmented and you definitely don't need a lot. When I look at it, I can definitely see there is a minor dip starting to form. I don't know how well you can actually see that on camera, probably not very well at all. Maybe there you can kind of start to see, but it is looking very untouched. Again, I definitely won't have a pan in here by the end of the project, but I'm just really enjoying having the Metropolis palette in my little rotation. I think it's stunning, and I'm really happy to have a proper chance to play with it. It's just such a gorgeous palette, and it's one of my absolute favourites in my collection. So I literally love every single look I make with these. Normally I stick to kind of this side rather than the kind of darker side, but still really love this palette. It's stunning. So now onto the shades we are rolling out. I did mention that I was going to be working on the same black from the update before in this project because I just knew I would hit pan on it soon. This actually took me 10 uses and took me up to 35 uses total to hit pan, but we do have a pan in here now. This is just a little black shade, and I just had it in last month, but I didn't want to keep it in because it was a little bit boring and I was going to unofficially work on it, and now we do have pan. So I knew that was going to happen, but just thought I would show you guys. And then we have the last shade in this project, which was Desert Sky from my Colourpop Sandstone palette. I'll put in a picture here of what it looked like last month, and here's what it looks like now. So as you can see, we've definitely got a good dip going on there. I really enjoyed using this shade this month. It's a really pretty green colour. It's a little bit lighter. You could definitely use it as a topper, but I enjoyed using it kind of in the inner to kind of mid part of my lid with the Sextrovert shade in the outer corner, and then just blended them together, and I thought it looked really pretty. The green was like, it was a really light green kind of reflect. It wasn't too bold green or anything like that, so I could definitely wear it day to day. And now I do have a very, you know, substantial pan that's not like a baby pan. It's a good pan in there, and it makes this palette look a lot more loved. So really happy to see that, and I actually really enjoyed using that shade. It was definitely out of my comfort zone, but now I know I really enjoy kind of more green toned golds. Like, I guess this is more of a gold tone green, but really pretty, and I'm really glad I rolled this in because it was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I really enjoyed using it. So for some statistics and numbers, I now have 42 shadows with pan in my collection out of a total of 591. I did get a new palette this month. I got the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, but I think that's quite good, just one palette a month. Normally I'm doing way more. Like last month I brought in 4 palettes, and the month before that I brought in 2, and the month before that I brought in 4. So yeah, it's definitely better just having one this month, but that brings our total pan percentage to 7.1%, which is the highest it's been in this project so far, which is crazy. I definitely think focusing in on those cream shades has really helped me. But at the start of the year we were at 4%, and then previously the high was in August and September with 6.2, but now we're a whole percent basically above that, 7.1%, and I'm absolutely over the moon with that. I was initially hoping to get 10% by the end of the year. I don't think I will. I'm just hoping to maybe stick around 7, and I'd be super happy with that because I know I'm going to be bringing in a couple palettes in Black Friday and for my birthday and all that jazz. So yeah, super happy about that. Really pleased. And now we can roll in another shade. So I'm pulling up a random number generator just on Google, and quickly I will just swatch our colour story so you guys can see what we are working with. This is the shade Rope. Sorry, I forgot to do this before. That is the shade Rope down there. Ignore the shade up here. That's just from where I was actually doing my makeup today. So that is the shade Rope there. Again, you can't really see it too well, but it's just to get a gist of it. Then we have the shade Summer Song, which looks like this one, and that is Summer Song above Rope, and then Sextrovert, which looks like that just below Rope. Sorry, these swatches are horrific. Genuinely, I think they may be the worst swatches I've ever seen in my life, but it's fine. We're just moving on. We're moving on. I am going to put in the numbers from 1 to 549 because that is the maximum of the eligible shades that don't already have pan in. And I will just let you know that my spreadsheet is in chronological order, so the lower the number, the older the palette, the higher the number, the newer the palette. So we're going to generate a shade. Oh, and it's bringing us 480, which is definitely a newer palette to me. 480. Oh, that's so exciting. It comes from my Jade X Beauty Bay palette. That is literally brand new to me from last month. So shade 480 is the shade Tarot. So I'll grab that. So this is the massive palette here. So the shade Tarot, I know what this shade is. It is this kind of warm brown, kind of corally, pinky neutral shade, and I love it. I'm so excited to have rolled that in. So that is what that one looks like there. So I feel like this colour story goes so well together. I could definitely use this one as a transition, this one in the crease, and this one in the outer corner, and this one in the kind of outer part of my lid with the gold. And I'm just so happy to have rolled that one in. Hopefully I can actually hit pan on this one by next month because these shades are pretty shallow, but I'm really happy to have rolled this palette in. I adore it, and I haven't got tons of use out of it so far. I've only used it I think maybe twice, so I'm actually really excited because it's one of my favourite palettes just already with the quality. And so yeah, I'm absolutely over the mean, this is a very easy colour story for me, very easy colours, stuff that I can use, as I said multiple times, very easily. They are like my favourite tones in eyeshadow. So yeah, super duper excited about this for next month. I was debating not even rolling in another shade and just working on the last 3 till the end of the year, but this has made me super duper excited. So I cannot wait to pull this one out and use it a little bit more. And yeah, very excited for the last month of this project. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed seeing this, then don't forget to give it a like, hit subscribe down below and turn the bell to join a little club. Make sure you do, because I'm doing Vlogmas this year, uploading every single day until Christmas, and I do more of these projects and will be doing loads more in the new year. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will link these palettes in the description if you're interested. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!